Hey guys, welcome back to the live stream. I am here with another garden party attendee and also with member Karon Fayerweather. Y'all know who she is. Karon, we had a bunch of things happen at the garden party, but quickly, I want you to introduce yourself and then let's talk about your experience at the garden party.
Yes. Of course, my name is Karon Fayerweather, also known as the Affirmation Whisperer, which is my branding that I have multiple products under. I have books, candles, I have t-shirts, etc. And of course, my personalized affirmations that I do for my clients. So the garden party, it was a spectacular event. I have to say that I was a little delayed in getting there, but that's okay. You get to places when you're supposed to be there, even if it's a little delayed. But upon arriving, the energy in the place was fantastic. It really was. It was soothing. It was powerful. It was electrifying. All of that, all at the same time. And I came in, I put my things down, and I started to greet those that I was familiar with and those that I weren't. And you all were in the middle of the game, and just listening to the feedback that they were giving the creator for your mom of the game. I'm thinking, man, I missed it, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to stay present in this moment right here. So it was really wonderful to be there. I think that was my first official garden tea party. So yes. I was like, let me check this box off. Check. So meeting everyone, and you had such a great lineup of speakers, and the seating method that what's her name? She presented. Can't think of her name, with the wine, with the Nikki, that's it. Nikki, that whole holding the earth in our hands and planting the seeds and what it means, that was so educating for me. And so all in all, I enjoyed it. I was grateful for the women that I met the new women that I met. And then, of course, I can't leave this part out. So I think her name is Cortina. She was one of the attendees there, and she came up to me after I did my presentation for my book. And of course, I don't have a copy here with me, but that's okay. She says, as you were talking about your book, I have your book. I'm thinking, I'm going through my Rolodex real quick. Okay, did I ship this book out to her? I don't remember. I'm like, oh, she says, yeah, my therapist ordered it for me and gave it to her. I'm like, hold on. I don't remember speaking with a therapist. Very long story short, her therapist got my book from Amazon, which it does live there. I have my own, and it does live there. And it just really spoke to me about the importance of putting out what your heart leads you to put out. My book is called Life Rediscovered: 90-Day Journal for Women Who Are Looking to Rediscover Who They Are. And this particular lady, she's in the process of rediscovering who she is because of many layers of things that have happened over the years. She's at a point of being ready to rediscover who she is. When I tell you, that was mind-blowing for me. I was like, oh my gosh, her therapist found my book online and gave it to her to work through. You talk about affirming. Like, okay, if her therapist found value in my book, I need to know the value of my book. I already know it's an amazing product. It really is an amazing project. But having her, someone I've never met Cortina before, and she and I kind of bonded in that moment. She says, I need to have my book here so you can sign it. I said, don't worry, we'll figure that out, and I'll sign it for you and such. So being at the party and being able to see all of the amazing women that were there, powerful women. There was one woman that she does a event at the end of the year, the African event to recognize the beginning of the year, Kwanzaa. That's it. She does an entire event, and hearing her talk about that, my name is on the list for this year. So I want to say kudos to you for putting together a powerful event that you've been talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I kept saying, I got to get my ticket. Hey, Nisa. But glad I was there, and I thank you for doing all that you do to put such powerful events together with powerful women who are entrepreneurs, new and seasoned entrepreneurs, getting together, exchanging information, and being in that energy of power that you can't find with any other group of women, right?
I love it. And you know what? Cortina talked to me after the event. We were on the phone. I asked her how her experience was. We did her live stream yesterday, and we mentioned that same situation where, you know, she was like, I have your book. And, you know, the fact that we don't know, it just proves you don't know what your work is doing for someone else's life. That I've known Cortina for only a few months, but I know the work she's been doing.
Yeah.
And one thing that she said, Karon, was that she did not see how important it was to do the work in your book until she met you. Ooh. Even though her therapist knew that's what she needed, even though she got all the signs. But once she met you, she said that made her say, you know what? I met the author. I haven't looked at this book like I needed to. I'm going to do the work. And I think that that's something that matters more than anything, because we have products and we like, oh, the product will sell itself. No, when you don't show up, people don't get that same feeling. And you showed up, Queen. And you know, listen, I'm late all the time. So I can't judge nobody for walking in no doors, you know, be on schedule. But you know, I think you have made a good point about like when you show up, how you show up, it's always right on time. Right. And one other thing I will leave with, because we're going to end with any offers you have for people to jump in and support you today. But y'all listen, my sister did her live stream the other day, and she also talked about Karon. I said, what was the highlight for you at this event? And she said, you know, when the lady was speaking about her children's affirmations book, because my niece is 5 and we're always affirming her. She will affirm herself, honey. She don't care. And my sister is also discovering how to develop herself and rediscover herself as a mom, right? So listen, what you're doing, Karon, clearly just showing up and seeing the ladies at this event and how the interactions were, from my point of view, I thought it was just such a powerful measure. So how can people get more of you?
Well, nice. Well, one, follow me on social. I am getting ready to release my 3rd book. I had to kind of step back and get all my marketing together because I really want to get this book out here. So anytime you want to know what I have going on, is to follow me on social. You can email me, theaffirmationwhisperer@gmail.com, anytime. And then I have my contact information on all my socials. So the book that's coming out right now, I have the prototype right here, and it's called Go Be Great, 100 Affirmations for High School Graduates. This is coming out week after next, in time for graduation. So if you are looking to give your graduates something to take with them wherever they go, just because they're graduating doesn't mean they're going to go to college. Some of them go into the workplace, military, they travel, or they do go to college. It doesn't matter what direction your grad is going into. If you were like me, and maybe Allegra too, when we were growing up, my parents were too busy trying to provide to worry about giving me words of empowerment, to worry about telling me how absolutely spectacular I am. When you know better, you do better. So with these high school grads getting ready to transition for real into adulthood, you've seen the videos of these kids saying, y'all can take this adulthood stuff back. Well, let's prepare them for the adulthood by teaching them how to speak well about themselves. Now, no, affirmations are not a magic trick. I say this all the time. You got to be ready to do the work. Because I can say I'm enough all day long, but if I'm not doing the internal work to really heal myself and reveal just how much of enough I am, those affirmations are not going to do any good. So as we are telling them to speak well about themselves, we're also being an example of how to do the work, so that you know those words can get into fertile ground and grow and become the blossoming beauty or handsome beauty that you're supposed to be. So that's how you can reach me. Thank you, Allegra, for having me here. I always enjoy being here. And I tell people this all the time, and Allegra know what I'm getting ready to say. When they talk about the WIN community, I was here when there wasn't a WIN community. So just remember that.
Dang, Karon. Like y'all just coming up, but I'll be here. Thank you. And Nysa, thank you for sharing. Link is on our community landing page for the Morning Cup. Karon, we'll also drop the links after this. Karon, I know you have a hard stop. Feel free to jump off. I know that, guys, listen, Karon is absolutely amazing at what she does. I've seen the growth. I've seen people run to her and say, oh my God, I've never had this experience of creating my own lifestyle, my own, manifested life. I never knew I could do that. And Karon, you provide the tools. And I say it's all biblical, y'all. It ain't new. It ain't new. But Karon's teaching you how to really live your best life. Okay. Yes. So don't sleep on it. Thank you, Karon. Thank you, Nysa. We're going to get out of here.
Bye, oh my gosh, I hate to have to go.